Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Please excuse my voice, I'm a little under the weather. So with this back to school look, I'm going to be using my favorite eyeshadow palette, the Baked Browns by Dose of Colors. And I went ahead and I did my base using the color Tea Light, and I just set my base with that color. Now in the crease, I'm going to be using a fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Deserted, and just really messily I'm going to blend that all in the crease. Willow says hi. I'm going to blend that all in the crease, and we're going to do some circular motions. You really don't have to be too precise with this because the colors that we're using in the crease and in the eye today are all going to be pretty neutral, so they all are going to be blended together. This is a good back to school look because it doesn't take a whole bunch of effort. So now with the flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to lightly dust this shade Outdoorsy all over the lid, and we're just going to blend that in with the crease color. Now I went into my single eyeshadows, and I guess I dropped them, so two of them broke, so I'm a little heartbroken. So I went in with the shade Chickadee with my fluffy brush, and I know it doesn't look like much because I used very little, but look, all those little pieces. So now I'm taking my eyeliner, and I'm just going to put that all under my waterline. For me, this gives a better look. Some people don't like to use black because they feel like it closes their eyes, but I feel like it complements my eye shape. So you can use black or like a nude eyeliner, whatever floats your boat. So now going back in with that color Deserted, I'm going to go ahead and blend out that eyeliner and just help it not look as harsh, and it also sets it. And then going back in with Chickadee, I'm going to blend it out just a little bit more. Now typically I would do this after I've done my foundation, but I'm going to start with the eyes, and then it is what it is. So now with this L'Oreal mascara, I'm going to go ahead and coat my top and bottom lashes with this mascara. And if you get some on your lids, it's okay. Let it dry, take a spoolie, and scrub it off. And this just kind of gives you a nice put together look. Now you can either put lashes on or not. This side has no lashes, and then on this side I added a pair of Allure 115s, which are pretty neutral. So now going in for face, I'm using this MILANI backlight primer. This is the illuminating one. It is called Prime Light, Strobing and Pore Minimizing. But I am really self-conscious about my pores, so I like the strobing aspect of it, but I do need to go in with backup. So I'm using the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer and the Benefit Pore-Fessionals, and I'm just placing that in all the areas that I typically am more porous. This is a step you don't have to take, but it works for me. So now I'm going in with this Maybelline color correcting pen, and I'm going in with the shade Apricot. I have absolutely 100% been loving this primer. Side note, my brows, I use the e.l.f. brow pencil, and I've been using it quite a bit. I have a tutorial, and I will have it linked in a card here when I start that. So for foundation, this has been my bae. I'm going to take the Beauty Blender, and I'm using the CoverGirl Vitalist Elixir. It has actually been a foundation that I have been enjoying quite a bit. I am in the shade 757 Golden Tan, and I'm just using my Beauty Blender to place a light layer. Because this is a school day, I don't want it to be too heavy, too full coverage, too cakey, so I do a light layer, And I'm just going to speed this up because, you know, I take my time with my foundation. So sometimes it might take me a minute to get it the way I want it. So now I'm going in with this MILANI Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer. Sorry, I'm reading it. And this is in the shade Honey 05. And with my beauty blender, I'm just really focusing that on where my dark circles are. I tend to be a procrastinator when it comes to doing homework or any type of schoolwork, so I tend to be one of those people who is up late at night doing any type of work, so I need color correcting and concealing. Even if I don't do foundation, it is something that I need to do to hide my dark circles. I do have a vein under my left eye that tends to be a little more blue when I don't get as much sleep. So we're going to blend that out, and then to brighten under the eye so we look a little more awake for class, I'm going to add a little bit of the Tarte ShapeTape. I don't like to use a lot because I find that once you blend this out, a little goes a long way. As you can see, I only had one dip and I scraped it off, and I still got all of this color payoff. So just lightly patting that in. I like to use the bottom of the beauty blender as well sometimes to help blend out the edges. And just help it blend into your foundation. So there, now you're looking a little more awake, and I know it doesn't look like much now, but wait until you add your powder. Now I'm going in with these CoverFX drops. Let me see if I can find the color. Sorry. This is in Sunlight. So I kind of did the whole, you know, Instagram baddie thing with it when I dripped it on my face. Then I take my beauty blender and blend that out on the high points of my cheek. This can be a really intense highlighter. Oh my gosh, you guys know I've been loving this powder. If you watch my favorites video, you know I love this powder to death, and it's probably going to be in my next favorites video. It has been like the best under eye powder of life to date, better than some of my high-end powders. Like Maybelline really hit it on the head with this one. I love this powder so much. So I use this to bake under my eyes. I bake closer to my nose, and I kind of lightly bake under my eyes, because I can get a little cakey under there, so I like to not do it as much. And right here, I'm just sculpting out my face using the baking powder, and I don't let it sit for long, but right here I had forgot to cream contour, so I'm taking the MILANI contour stick in the shade number 4, and I'm going to cream contour all around my face. I will have a separate video for this, so I'm not going to you know, do a whole bunch in depth talking about this. It doesn't take me long, but you can skip this and just go on to your regular powder bronzer if you want. So right here, I'm just going to set all of those cream products using Give Me Sun by MAC. For some people, this is a bronzer, but not I. For most lighter skin complexions, this is a bronzer, but for me, this is a setting powder. So I use this to set my face and just get rid of any ashiness that the Maybelline powder may have left, which it doesn't, but if I use a different powder, you know, this just helps everything look smooth and flawless. Moving on to bronzer, I'm using the Marc Jacobs Hi-Fi filter in the shade 60. And I'm taking the bronzer color and I'm just lightly dusting over where I have bronzed my face. I'm not going to do any precise contouring because that's not the type of look I'm going for. If that's what you want to do, then go ahead, but yeah, I was feeling myself. So I'm going in with this first color, which is Melba by MAC. And I'm taking this e.l.f. stippling brush and I'm going to use that to and I also mixed it with Copper Tone, and I'm placing that on my cheeks for blush. I'm using small circular motions just to give my face a little bit of a flushed color. I like to use a stippling brush because it doesn't add a whole bunch of color. And now we're going to go ahead and set our face. And And then I'm going to go in with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerriero collab highlighting palette, and I'm going with the shade 143 and Glow Getter. And I'm placing that on the high points of my cheeks, cupid's bow, nose, main areas. So I'm taking this lip liner in the shade Attitude by Bare Minerals. You all know that I have been absolutely loving this lip liner. Now for lipstick, this is a matte liquid lipstick. I believe it's called like Lady something. I'll have it down in the description bar because I can't remember the name of it right now and it's not in my makeup bag. So I went ahead and I placed that color all over my lips. I really like the formula of these matte liquid lipsticks. They're really nice. They aren't too drying on your lips. Perfect lip liner. Lipstick. Sorry. And then just so that it doesn't fade into my skin, I'm going back over it with Attitude by Bare Minerals. That's all for today. Thank you, beauties, so much for watching. I really appreciate the love. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, beauties, stay blessed.